Sam, I am goddamn upset.
Jeez, I hate when you're angry.
I just watched Harry Potter. You know what? There wasn't any blood in that movie. Magic is very dangerous and very deadly, and Harry Potter really kind of pussyfooted around all that.
Okay, yeah, I buy that. I mean, these spells are like kind of high-level magic. Even that kid who got knocked out cold hit his head on the ground. Nothing.
This should be more violent than a gun. This can blow people up.
Can turn them into balloons, can transform them into animals against their will. People are supposed to be dying left and right.
I'm just feeling really upset about all this.
I can cheer you up. What if I told everyone in the studio to fix the movie for you?
You really do that for me?
I will personally make sure that they do those shots for you.
Is it Harry Potter time? You're a wizard, Samuel.
So are you.
We're both wizards, look at us. Hey, so I got some wizard clips for you guys to check out.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Harry Potter, my name's Mary Potter, and I have a magic wand.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Here's the thing I didn't get about Harry Potter, though, which was like, all right, we got a magic school, it's cute, magic hijinks, but then like literally terrorists attack it and like kill people, and like they refuse to like close the school.
It's very dark the way they describe things in these books, and so I'm surprised they didn't put any of that violence in the actual fights. I mean, people get hit in the face and get knocked out and stuff, but there's no blood or guts or anything.
The Quidditch games can be lethal. Like kids are almost dying.
Yeah, even
But look at that, he's dead.
Dude, even in the books,
He's dead!
Quidditch is described as like a deadly sport.
So there's a great little moment here with this photographer. Whoa!
Oh, that's perfect. You we'll freeze him so he doesn't duck, and he'll just clip him and go like,
Yeah, just did some classic hitting somebody with a spell. But like, my guts.
Yeah, we could get creative with it. It doesn't just need to be like spell guts.
Spell
it could be
murder,
like spell like an actual spell where like you grow a boot out of your side, but it's like bleeding or something like that. Because they have some pretty goofy spells in Harry Potter. I feel like we could really milk that.
One's at the ready.
So I have a wacky idea that Matt and I created together. Draco Malfoy basically turns Harry, he like cripples him up into a little basketball shape, and he like starts dribbling him like under the legs and stuff, and he's like going towards the end of the table, and like a trap door opens up and a basketball hoop comes out, and then he just like leaps and dunks him in the basketball hoop. Then all the little kids with their foam fingers are like, ah! Yeah. It's going to require a full 3D reconstruction of that area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roughly model that scene, slap some textures on it, and then there's a lot of random children in this scene, and I want to be able to like create some new shots, so I gotta fully populate it. So what I've been doing is I'm searching like Harry Potter robe costume on Google Images, and I find just like the Amazon listing images for these robe costumes, and I'm taking that and then I'm feeding it into PyFUD, which is an open source 2D image to 3D model converter. You feed it this image and it spits out a very janky but usable 3D model. And I slapped our 3D scans of our heads onto the students. We got Dean, we got Clint, we got me, we got Ren, we got Nick in there, making up the student body of Hogwarts. And if it's just like a crowd full of little youngins, you won't be able to notice.
Yeah. So I'm doing Spikewall in Lego Harry Potter. So the kid, it's a little kid, and he's trying to do his best to do his best spell on Harry. He's like, eh. And he turns Harry into Lego Harry Potter. And he's like, oh crap, I'm Lego. And his head just pops off and like Lego blood starts like shooting out. So that's the first one. And then the second one is from the same scene that Peter's doing. One of the teachers gets freaking wrecked by Snape and he goes flying. And I want to get him up against like a spike wall. So he basically goes flying into this giant spike wall.
If y'all don't think there's enough violence, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm doing the Quidditch match. And that's gonna be a violent mess. Kids are gonna be brutally murdered.
I'm so excited to see everybody's.
Yeah, me too. This is always the best part.
But Hagrid, this says platform 9 3/4. There's no such thing, is there?
Hey, Ren. Oh my God. You okay? Why would you do that?
Dude, I'm on a mission. Trying to find platform 10 2/3. I heard it's a magical place where your renders are instantaneous.
Did Sam tell you about this?
Yeah, Sam told me all about it.
Yeah, it's one of these walls. It's been a while.
Well, while I go look for that, I figured I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone and tell you all about Squarespace, which is today's sponsor.
What are you doing?
Trying to find platform 10 2/3 where my renders are instantaneous. Speaking of which, Squarespace has the #1 award-winning customer service. it wasn't that wall. Ugh.
We'll find it.
I'm gonna try this
Wait,
one.
wait. We already tried that, Ren.
Yeah, you're right. Don't want to try this one. However, Squarespace does have a huge variety of templates that make customizing your website super easy. Unlike finding this dang platform.
Maybe it's been covered by the painting?
Oh, that's a perfect cover-up.
Okay, dude, it's definitely this wall, dude. I have a good feeling about this.
Okay, before I go through the portal though, Squarespace allows multiple contributors so that you can have your whole team accessing your website and contributing to it with different levels of permissions. It's pretty great because teamwork makes the dream work.
You got this, Ren. Oh.
That wasn't the portal. But hey, at least on Squarespace you can be sure that you own all of the content that you post. Okay, I think I know where it is finally. But what's cool is that Squarespace has traffic overview, giving you insights on the top traffic sources for your website. All right, I think this is it.
Is that it? No?
No, that wasn't it.
That's not it. Sorry, Niko.
You okay? Wasn't that one.
Platform 10 2/3?
Yeah!
It's just right there. You just have to go through that wall.
All right, I think I can do that. So, guys, all you gotta do is go to squarespace.com/corridorcrew and you will get 10% off your first domain or website. It's pretty incredible. I can feel its presence. It's right here. I'm gonna jump.
That's it?
That's it. I can feel it.
Okay.
I can feel it like I didn't feel any of the other walls. You ready?
Yeah. What the frick? Griffin, did you see that?
Huh?
So for one of my scenes here, I'm doing Quidditch. Now, Quidditch should be a deadly sport. More kids should be dying from a sport where you literally fly on a broomstick and beat people with bats and stuff. I'm doing the scene where Harry and Malfoy are being chased by this rogue bludger. In the movie, Colin Creevey, he's taking a picture as Harry is flying past him. This boy ducks and narrowly escapes death. I wanted to change that. What happens if our sweet little Colin does not duck? How do you decapitate a child? So I had to first of all make a clean plate, and then I used the puppet tool just to give him a little bit of motion back. And then I needed a bunch of blood. You see all of these blood hits here. And one sneaky little trick I used to make the brains work. Basically, I just used CC Shatter just on the 2D image of his head. So you add motion blur to that, and it just looks like little brain splatters. So you can see that I've also tracked his head onto the bludger. To do this, I had to create a pretty gnarly looking head. This is our horrifying looking boy. It does kind of look like Peter, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like me as a little baby.
So the wind would be affecting his hair and his little flappy bits that are just dangling. In order to simulate that effect, I applied a puppet tool and a bunch of points that are on the outside, and on the inside, I applied a wiggle expression too. Just kind of sells that sort of momentum. That's Death Quidditch. That's Death Quidditch for you.
For this. Imagine it's Harry Potter 2. You're Draco Malfoy. You're facing off against Harry Potter, and this little shit has been giving you trouble since day one. Oh, Harry Potter, he's so special. Oh, it's like, I'm a freaking Malfoy. You know, I got lineage, son. Over the summer, you've been playing a lot of basketball. And so you got this spell that's gonna make a basketball hoop emerge from the dueling table. Then you're gonna shoot Harry with a spell that turns him into a basketball. You're gonna dribble Harry down the court, then you're gonna run up, and then like, dunk Harry right in the hoop.
It's taking me back to my basketball days when I was better than everyone. When I dunked on all those little Vietnamese children.
Ren, let's get you calibrated. Let's get you in your heterosexual pose.
Move it around. Shake it out.
All right, Draco, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you ready?
3, 2, 1, action! Dude, I don't know what that mocap data is gonna look like. It janked out pretty hard.
Did it? Oh!
All right, I'm recording.
Let's go! Let's go! Woo!
I'm recording. 3, 2, 1, action! That's the one! It's perfect. It's perfect. It's R-rated. I was worried this wasn't gonna be R-rated enough, and this pushes it over the edge. Oh, Ren, thank you. This is perfect.
Good enough.
Rated R Harry Potter, what the heck am I gonna do? I have this idea that's not quite rated R, but I'm gonna try and make it as rated R as possible. I wanna turn Harry Potter into Lego Harry Potter, which to me is terrifying. To be turned into a piece of plastic, you don't have elbows anymore, you don't have knees anymore. You only got one hairstyle. His head just like shoots off, and then little blood pieces just start like spurting out of his neck hole, and then he just face plants onto the ground and he just starts shooting blood everywhere. Griffin actually whipped together some super legit Harry Potter heads for me, and they're all different states of what he's feeling in the moment. But yeah, I just hand animated a little Lego guy in Cinema 4D. Now from here, I have to light it to make it look like the scene from the movie. Look at the original scene and really study it and ask yourself, where's the lighting coming from? And if you look closely, you can see that he's being underlit. He's standing on this grating and they're shooting a large soft light up from underneath the floor. So I know I'm gonna do exactly that in 3D. I have this big old area light down here blasting light up from underneath the ground. But if you look at the footage too, you can also see that he's kind of lit from the top as well. Adding these lights, these hair lights, really add to your render and they make it look really nice. So I have these two lights on the left and right. So now I've successfully lit my Lego character to look like the actual Harry Potter in the actual scene. Now all I have to do is animate it. I actually filmed myself doing this movement. This is something I learned from Alex on our Animators React show. And this is something that he does across his entire career as he films himself and then he animates based off of that reference. So I basically filmed myself as Lego Harry Potter as reference, and then from there it's just keyframe animation, hand animation, frame by frame animation to get this natural feeling look out of this. I used dynamics to pop the head off. I gave it some upwards force. Now from here, the last thing I need to do is really make this bloody. So I wanted to keep everything based off of Legos. This tiny little red translucent puck that is actually a Lego piece. And I'm gonna have these be shot out of an emitter that's connected to Harry's torso. And it's just spraying out all over the ground. Give him a little bit of blur, a little bit of noise to composite him a little bit better into the scene. I'm just excited for Peter's shot. That's all I'm excited. I like Peter's shot. Yo.
Trificus totalis.
So Lauren, Niko, and Clint actually just reviewed this shot on Stuntman React because it's a pretty crazy stunt. Like this person literally falls over and just like, boom. So you have that to look forward to in a future Stuntman React episode with Lauren, who is in The Mandalorian quite a bit. The idea here is that Neville is frozen, and when he falls down, he shatters. So the way dynamics work in Cinema 4D is basically you hit play and it plays out the dynamics, but there's a bit of like noise in the system, intentionally so. So every time I simulate this, it's a little different. So basically all I'm doing here is just simulating over and over and over, trying to get different sort of results. Primarily, I'm just trying to get like a cool looking final image, like one where like the skull is looking right at the camera, right? That's not bad.
The little foot bouncing in there.
At least the skull is facing the camera and the foot did a little funny like doop, but it's not ideal. There's a whole bunch of like Neville's skin blocking his empty skull, so I'm gonna recache that. So clear cache, bake again. If you wanna bake a pretty cake. Yeah! Have you seen that, Dean?
No.
You have no idea what I'm talking about?
No.
Bake a pretty cake, Lil Jon.
If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a...
Break it down, bitch! Let me see you back it up! Shut that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up! Break it down, bitch! Let me see you back it up!
So yeah, that's what baking in Cinema 4D is like.
Oh! It's the foot. It's always it loves the foot.
It just has a foot thing.
That's pretty sweet. But there's a lot left to finish this shot. So I'm gonna try to see if I can project the actual texture from him in the movie onto the geometry. And then I'm gonna try to replicate the lighting of the scene that we're in, and then I'm gonna render it.
I'm so excited to see Harry Potter rated R. Sam's been working really hard all week.
This isn't the video, but I always make sure that they put 100% into everything.
Making a franchise rated R is a really big task. I'm really hopeful that this is going to be special.
I know that Peter's been up late on these shots for the past few nights. It's been taxing me knowing that he's working so hard, so, you know, I just hope it comes out well.
So we got this freaking dunk sequence. So I kind of got swept up in the idea of Draco dunking Harry because I thought that was really funny. And I forgot that it was supposed to be R-rated. But being turned into a basketball is inherently a little R-rated because if you're getting compressed into a little ball, you're gonna have bones snapping, you're gonna have internal bleeding, there's gonna be like blood leaking through your clothes and stuff. It's not going to be a pleasant experience. And so I kind of just leaned into that. But before we get there, we had to get the Draco and Harry 3D models. And for those, I was very lazy. I just Googled Draco Malfoy 3D model. I downloaded the first thing that came up, same thing with Harry. But for one shot, we have a close-up of Draco's face. And this is like a video game 3D model, which just looks super janky. And so what I ended up doing was I took a still of Draco's face from the movie and I projected it onto his 3D model at the correct perspective of the shot from the movie. So when you see it in motion, it looks still kind of janky, but it works as a close-up. So we got Draco all set up and ready to go. Then what I did was I took Ren's motion capture data, I slapped that on there, cleaned it up a bit, and it was good to go. So we have our nice motion capture going on, but we can't really motion capture a basketball, so I had to animate that by hand, which was actually, surprisingly, the most challenging part of this process because Ren was doing all these fancy dribbling moves. I didn't know where the hell the basketball was supposed to be, so I actually had to have Ren sit down with me and be like, okay, here I was putting it in between my legs and here I was passing it between my back. And that took a good chunk of time to animate that ball bouncing by hand. So I'm pretty happy with how this scene turned out. I think it's pretty funny, but the thing that's gonna take it to the next level is the sound. We gotta get some guttural screams in there. This might not be R-rated enough, but with the right screams, we can take it over the edge. So let's go do that.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, you bitch! Shaquiliosis! I'm having sex!
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, that's great.
Wait, you gotta listen to this. Oh boy.
Oh, that's so intense.
I don't know. I've been really stressing about this because, like, I know these guys have been working really hard, but I really haven't been checking in on them. So honestly, I have no idea what we're in store for. So this could go in either direction, and if Niko doesn't like this, I'm gonna be in big trouble.
Is Harry Potter done?
Harry Potter's done.
I think we're ready, right?
It's time to summon the founders. There's no reason why he wouldn't get what he wants today. So we're gonna play this video for Niko, and he's gonna freaking like it.
I'm excited.
Well, you got your wand ready.
I got my wand ready.
Niko, I really hope you like what I did for you.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't disappoint me.
The time will come, the time will come, the time will come.
May I present Harry Potter, rated R.
Wow.
I'll fight you. Petrificus totalis. You're a little scary sometimes.
That looks really good. Yeah.
It looks so good.
Stunning is one of the most useful spells in your arsenal. It's sort of a wizard's bread and butter, really. So, come on then, Nigel. Give it your best shot.
Dunk on him, Hetty.
Shaquiliosis!
Scoliosis!
scoliosis.
Oh wow. Oh, he shattered the backboard.
You bitch!
Diagonally.
I think you guys, especially you, Sam, did a great job making Harry Potter way more what I wanted to see when I think of magic and wizards fighting. Like, I want to see people get their bones broken as they get turned into a basketball in Slam Dunk. I want to see children shatter into pottery while their skeleton remains intact and all the blood disappears. You know, I wasn't expecting memes to make their way into this, and that was delightful. The amount of CG was really cool. This is my Harry Potter.
Good job, Sam! Good job, Sam!
Woo! You're the man!
I did it!
That's you!
That's me!
This is all super cool. You guys really knocked it out of the cafeteria hall stained glass window. No, you guys did a great job, and if you guys enjoyed watching this, we have a couple other rated R things that we've done on this channel. We've done Marvel, we've done Star Wars, and we got all those in a playlist. So what would you like to see us make rated R next? Please leave a comment below, because we're out of ideas.
I get
I'm just kidding.
Kids.
They said Spy Kids. Let us know if you want that.
Judy. Carmen, Judy, close your eyes. We don't want you to see this, okay?